You can't. We're at the start. She's already here, guys. What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, guys. We have our pup Izzy, right? Mwah. Here with us, and she's got energy. How's everybody doing tonight? Let's see here. Trying to get your 76 Chevy truck to start. No luck, sadly. Hashtag Chevy problems. Old crony, just kidding, man. Fuel filter behind the fuel pump. Aftermarket Edelbrock fuel pump. Nice. Of course. Hate calling the parts store. I hate calling. We are getting close to 10,000 subscribers. I'm very excited about that, for the record. This has been a lot of hard work. Izzy, can I do the live stream? Can I? Can you? I don't think she's going to let me do it by myself. Guys, welcome back. Very excited. We are doing another live stream here. We are getting really close to the 10,000 subscriber mark. And as you guys know, that will be the mark of our giveaway. We're going to have a 3-person giveaway. All 3 of those people are going to be getting the limited edition t-shirt coming out. "12 valve, and I never call the parts store." Oh, nothing wears out when you're only making 125 horsepower. That's why. All right. So I hope everyone's doing well. We're probably going to do a slightly shorter live stream tonight just because it is getting close to the holiday season. And I worked the double yesterday, and I'm running on more caffeine than any one person should probably have. So tonight's topic is tuning, I believe. I forget what the heck I titled this thing. Someone dropped down. What's our topic for the night? Like the least professional live stream in the world. See if I can't pull it up here. I'm pretty certain I went through like 3 different topics before I actually settled on one. So let's see. And of course, my phone is not telling me what the heck I picked. What's up, guys? How's everyone doing? Just checking. Tuning Q&A. Okay, that's what I thought. So tuning Q&A here is be an excellent time for me to give a shout out to one of the sponsors for 6-liter tunes, Blessed Performance. Been incredibly happy with them. Code 60bros for 10% off your tuning. And how's everyone doing? Thank you. Now everyone's telling me tuning. Also, guys, we're not going to just talk about Blessed Performance. I'm incredibly happy with Blessed Performance. Matt Story is a great guy, but there's obviously a lot of different tuners out there. So we're going to get into some of the other ones, some of the ones I've already used, and a lot of the ones that I'm excited to use when the 6-liter's back. So we have a lot to cover tonight in regards to that. So like I said, we're not just going to talk about, gosh, I lost my train of thought, text message, and I lost it. We're not going to just talk about Blessed Performance. We will reference them, but we're also going to reference a lot of the other really good tuners. And we're definitely going to talk about some of the tuners that I'm really big on and excited to try once the 6-liter's back on the channel. Obviously, it's been a rough week. It's been a rough couple weeks hearing about some EPA stuff. And we can also get into some topics on, do you need to delete a 6.0, which obviously you can't now. We address things, we don't delete them. So we're going to talk about some of those, addressing them. And do you need to in the 6-liter Powerstroke to make good power? I think the answer will actually probably surprise a lot of you guys. It's very different than some of these other modern diesels and what's happening. So I'm excited. I think we're gonna get going, guys. We're gonna start with talk about toe tunes. I've tried a lot of different toe tunes. I've probably tried like 5 different. Izzy, can you leave the tree alone? Holy crap! What's your deal? No, stop. Anyway, so let me just quick double check the conversation here, make sure I'm not missing anything before we get into this. Merry Christmas, everybody. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, happy holidays to whatever you celebrate. We're equal opportunists here on the 6.0 bros. SPD tune doesn't have a lot of smoke. So my SPD tune, it made more smoke than I wanted, but I also think some of it was I was running the 66 millimeter charger, and I think I don't know. It ran great. It ran really, really well, but down low, definitely a little more lag. I think maybe a Ficum tune would have helped clear some of that up for me and would have probably improved my overall appreciation of that. We can get into Ficum tuning a little too. I don't know a ton, but we can talk about it briefly. Izzy, leave the presents alone. Lay down. What's your deal? She's trying to sneak in here, guys. I know, Izzy. I love you. So I have a feeling she's just going to be getting a lot of love while we discuss things. So, yeah, the SPD tune, great tune. I do like Truck Source Diesel's tunes. No, the only tuning company I'm affiliated with in any way, shape, or form is Blessed Performance. So I, try to disclose that. So SPD tune, great tunes. I like them. They don't necessarily. One thing is they're not necessarily going to like fine tune every little aspect of it for you. I remember asking. I think they said their toe tunes like roughly, say 60, 70 horsepower. I think is what they say roughly. I wanted them to bring it down a little bit. I wanted to be more around 40 to 50. And they're like, yeah, no, we're not doing that because it's not, they said it wasn't significant enough to tell. And I get that. And it's what they do for a living. I'm not knocking them. I think very highly of them as tuners. But all in all, I really do think they do a good job. But I really kind of also wish they would do that one little itsy bitsy thing for me. It drives me nuts. They wouldn't. But overall, I highly recommend Truck Source Diesel. They did have good tunes. They have good customer service. And they're really active in they've always had good tune reviews. I remember when I first got into this, they had great tune reviews. But there's more than just Truck Source Diesel out there. Now my experience primarily of Truck Source Diesel is in my race tune. That was what was in the race, or the white truck. Eventually it'll be a race truck, but right now it's just the white truck. So the white truck had that in with the 66 millimeter turbo, 175 stock nozzle injectors at the same time. Izzy finally decided to lay down. She did just give me like the death glare, like I'm being ridiculous. So it was a really good combination. I got pretty decent fuel economy, not as good as I did running Windrunner Performance Engineering tunes. But all in all, I got pretty good fuel economy. Which we'll just take that as a segue into Windrunner Performance. You guys have heard me rave about Windrunner Performance for just having maybe not the most powerful tune out there, but a really, really polished tune and getting excellent fuel economy out of it. Like I know some people are like, screw fuel economy. No, if I can make 480 horsepower to the wheels and still get 17 miles per gallon driving in town, I'm all about that. Because let me tell you, it's a lot better than getting like 12 miles per gallon. So I will definitely take fuel economy when I can get it. And Windrunner Performance has consistently provided me with that. So that's why I really like those tunes. And definitely Windrunner's toe tune. Now, he did tweak it for me. Now, he said his normal toe tune's probably about 60, 70 horsepower as well. And I asked him if he'd bring it down to about 45-ish, give or take, obviously. And he said, sure, you won't be able to tell a huge difference, but I'll do it anyway. And that tune, I only ever ran his reduced power toe tune, and it was awesome. Highly, highly recommend it. And I did really like it. Nick, I agree 100%. I feel bad. I haven't really been in the comments section. Nick's living the dream. That's what I like to hear. 12-valve guru, howdy. Izzy, Ethan says hello. Merry Christmas, Nick. Let's see here. Gearhead tune, Warren tunes on the 6.0, and PPEI. PPEI, that's one thing I really feel like, I don't know, I can't prove this, but I know they got popped by the EPA a year ago or 2 years ago, whatever it was. And somehow they're not on the list of people that have done stupid shit. Sorry, I don't normally curse, but sorry, I'm a little dehydrated. I just got done running and I'm terribly out of shape. We're lucky I didn't have like a heart attack or something in the process. But I have heard pretty decent stuff, but I do think PPI has kind of come under fire lately with some antics, and I don't know. I think people get hungry in these games, and I think some people excel at them, and I think some people kind of fall off then after a little bit. It's a tough, tuning is not like this exact science. It certainly isn't easy to do. And I'd shout out to these guys because PPI, like at one point was like huge. He was the guy. Corey Willis, I think is his name. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're far more successful and popular than me, but my luck, someone will show this to him and he'll like freak out on me. What I'm saying is will weigh too much axle wrap. Hey, can I do a burnout with 37 8-inch lift and no traction bars? Girl it, you're going to probably definitely get some wheel hop. You're going to get more than just axle wrap. Running that size tire with that lift, definitely make sure you want to make sure, if you're in a 2-piece drive shaft, make sure you have enough of a drop bracket, like they have the shims to pop in there and bring it down. But trying to think anything, I would definitely have something because that's a lot of tire and you're putting a lot of torque through it. So I would definitely get some kind of traction bar setup. Now, I would probably get one that mounts on, like you can get the ones that mount onto the bottom of like your shock bracket, or not shock bracket. It's going to come to me in a second. Leaf springs, and then you can bolt it to the frame. I would definitely try that out. Hi from Pennsylvania, family. SARMS. Am I saying that correctly? SARMS family. So that I would probably consider the bottom of the leaf spring one to probably try to help. That might be your ticket. But definitely you're going to definitely need traction bars of some kind. Yeah, no, I just, and Mongoose, I see you said Corey Willis. I thought so. Because I do, he's popular. He's done a lot for the industry. As far as tuning, I just feel like around that same time there, man, the EPA this is one thing is, and I know it's kind of getting off tuning, not entirely, but a little bit. The EPA, I really do feel, hey, man, I'm all about clean tuning. I think smoke tunes are stupid. I don't think you should be I shouldn't say I don't think you should be able to, but I think you should be so heavily mocked for wanting to constantly roll coal in the street that you don't do it. Sure, who hasn't laughed? Excuse me. Who hasn't laughed at a protester protesting something stupid, get a bunch of coal rolled on them? I know I have, and I'm assuming all 27 of you in this live stream, 28, have laughed at it as well, which reminds me, guys, hey, we got 28 people in here. We only have 12 likes. Let's fix that. Let's at least get up to 20 likes here. I think that's reasonable. There's 31 of you in here. Let's get up to 20 likes, guys. But the EPA, in my opinion, is just out of control. This idea of them shutting down companies is absurd, especially during this time, the fact that they're making another attack on it. And a lot of it, I think, really just has to do with them trying to fulfill making money. I really don't feel they care. I don't think they care a whole lot about bam, 20. Gosh, I should have said 25. You guys got to 20 in like 10 seconds. But I really think it's a money grab, and I think it's controlling people. I think that's a big part of it. It's very frustrating. They've put good companies out of business in the past, and guys, if you do have a hookup on tuning and stuff, leave it alone. Seriously, don't tell people. Keep it a secret. Protect the people doing it as much as you can, because honestly, their livelihoods are at stake during some of this. I would not trade a 6.0 for any year V10 that Ford has ever made. For a V10 4x4 with 48,000. Yeah, that's a terrible move. Don't do that. I smoked a pre-assessed stoplight yesterday. That would be a funny video to watch. It's kind of a jerk move, though, I think we can all say. I like the idea of the V10, and I've heard a few with exhaust, and I think they sound pretty good, but at the same time, I don't think they're all that great. So CC injector. So what size injector? So we'll go on an injector and tuning rant here. One, regardless of injector change, if you change the size of the injector, whether body or nozzle, which for those of you that don't know, in a 6-liter, you have two parts to the injector. You have the nozzle, fuel comes out. So that's measured in a percentage. Izzy, stop messing with stuff. Isabella, hey, stop it. She's doing all sorts of nonsense over here. So the first one is the so the first measurement they give you, 135 cc is the factory body. That's how much fuel it can hold. Then turn around. Then you have the nozzle, which a factory nozzle is just considered stock. The other ones are measured in percent over stock. I do love this dog. So we have 30, 75, 100, 150. You can get into crazy stuff. Like you can get crazy custom hybrid injectors that are measured in like 3, 4, 500 cc bodies and 200 over injectors. Like you can get some crazy stuff out there, but by that point, you're talking, a lot of times you're talking, you might even need to run dual high pressure oil pumps and all sorts of nonsense to make it happen. Is that a GSD dog? No, I have a purebred Akita. I don't know if you've ever been on the live stream. Here, I'll show you Izzy. Come on, Izzy. Yeah. That's my pup, right? I would hold on. What kind of nonsense did you get into? So injectors. My buddy challenged me. So they love you, Izzy. They really do. So we're at 32 in here, guys, and we're only at 24 likes. Let's get up to 30. Come on. We can get up to 30 likes in this video. We're going to get back to injectors now. So for most people, in my opinion, a mild injector upgrade go a huge way. Like a 175 stock nozzle, you're not going to need to, if you have a healthy fuel pump, you're good. You're not going to need to mess with anything. You're not going to need regulated return. I do highly recommend monitoring your fuel pressure for this so nothing happens, but you're not going to need to do a whole lot as far as extra stuff like you would if you went to like 205/30s. You might need to mess with some things. So that's kind of my go-to injector recommendation for any tune. And I'll say this, in a tow tune, you're not going to see much of an increase in performance. I do think there's something there. It's just not going to be like night and day. So I do like LOPEtune. Sounds awesome. I never really loved the LOPEtune. I know a lot of people do. I feel like it's just hard on trucks, man. But I know it's like a thing. Guys love LOPEtunes. So yeah, no, on a tow tune, you're not really gonna see much different with an injector upgrade. But street tune and performance tune, like if you only tow a couple months out of the year and the rest of it's on like a street tune, a 175 stock nozzle going to be a nice increase, give you good performance without needing a whole bunch of other nonsense to make the whole thing work, or have to necessarily worry much about your transmission either. Do more CCs injectors increase EGT? So that's kind of not necessarily a cut and dry answer. One, it depends on your turbo size. It also, sorry guys, killing the live stream. Anyway, so it depends on your overall setup, because for instance, on my truck, with stock injectors and a Power Max, I could hit 1600 EGTs in the quarter mile. Now that is also like a boosted launch at the start all the way through. So no, it's not the Rona. I was tested yesterday because I'm mandated twice a week testing. It's awful. I hate it. But that's what my job entails, unfortunately. Not fun. But hey, they claim I am a healthcare hero. I don't feel like one, but apparently I am. Says the container work gave me. But anyway, back to funner things than that nonsense. So with my stock nozzle, or with my stock injectors, I could see that high. Now again, that is flat-footed all the way down past quarter mile, and spooling at the start line. So you already build a fair amount of heat. Like if you do a boosted launch, you're typically building some heat. So you're probably already at, like, if you're like really trying to push it, you could be at 700 just on the line before you even start going. So you deserve a hero size. Yo, I'm so taking a picture of that. I have friends at work that are going to love that. I'm taking a picture of this stuff. That's funny. Anyway, hey, those of you in here, if you have a question that needs answered right away, super chat it. That kind of lets me know you need an answer and I get to it. Otherwise, I do go back through the comments and we get to them as I can. But I will get to them. You might need to re-ask some depending on how long it is, but I will get to the questions. If you want it answered right away, super chat that and I'll get to it immediately. But yeah, so when I went to the 175 stock nozzles and I kept the Power Max, I did see an increase in exhaust temps. I definitely hit 16 to 1700 then. So I saw like 100 to 150, more. But at the same time, that's in a like boosted launch quarter mile pull. So we're talking about 100 miles an hour I was doing in that short time. So that's kind of something to consider. Normal daily driving, I did not see an increase in temps. Runs like a cheetah on cocaine. I do love that. So yes and no. I know that didn't completely answer it, but yes and no. So daily driving, I didn't see a significant increase. Doing the quarter mile pull, I did see about 150-degree increase. Let's see here. Closed vein tunes are my personal favorite. I'm right there with you. I love that sound. The guy who owns it has a mullet. Can you help me? I have a 2005 F250 Super Duty Harley Davidson edition. No one at the DMV or my dealership can tell me which fifth I can pull. Sorry, so vague. Not a lot of room to type. So, Duffy, question. If oh, hold on, we have a super chat here. Oh, Parker, thank you. Parker, do you have a question I can answer? I'd be happy to answer that. I do appreciate the support. Merry Christmas to everybody. Guys, if you haven't already, hit that like button. And if you are new to the channel, subscribe. We got a nice little live stream planned tonight talking about tuning and answering your questions over in the comments. So if you haven't hit the like button, hit that now and subscribe. Parker, really appreciate it, man. Always good having you in here. Duffy, so fifth wheel on a 2005, I think you said 250. You can look it up. I believe a crew cab. Eli, did you use the coupon code? I didn't say the coupon code recently. 6 liter, I think, is my coupon code currently. But thank you. I'm glad. I hope you enjoy it, brother. Guys, merch store down below. Well, so if you go to Teesprings, where most of my stuff is, but there is also some cheaper stuff on Amazon merch. Links down in the description. Teespring has the bulk of my stuff, though. Eli, good. I'm glad to hear that. LITER. So yeah, no, you should be, don't get me, I'll say this, you should be able to tow more than most fifth wheels weigh. I don't know that I've seen one, which this is getting a little off topic, but towing with the fifth wheel. Well, hold on, where is he? Duffy, can you tell me, do you have a crew cab short bed, extended bed? 2005 F250 towing capacity. Because there's just a pamphlet you can look up online. I look it up all the time. Fleet Ford. There we go. And somewhere on here, we're going to find it, has towing capacity. I don't care about slide-in camper. I don't care about slide-in camper. It's nonsense. Here we go. Nope, I lied. That wasn't it. We're almost there. That's the 150. Here we go, 250s. So the question is, I just need to know your configuration. I can tell you here. You have a crew cab short box. Is it a 4x4, Duffy? So you have a 6.0. Most likely you have 373 gears. Yeah. So you should be able to tow 12.5. Now, if you went to a dual rear wheel, you could go to 15,000. Now, I do want to say this. I tow, and I'm not advocating for going over your weight rating, but I tow about 13 with my 04. Now, I do have the 2015, and that's what we use now. But I did tow with an 04 for a long time, and I do. Well, I know it's definitely truck specific. Like, I mean, it can be hard, but typically, I mean, that's from the Ford. Oh, wait, that was conventional towing. Hold on. Let me look fifth wheel here. 15.4. Duffy, I have tow lots. I'll say this, most people are not going to overuse their truck in this capacity, because I'm not saying you can't, but typically someone towing with a truck that is as old as 6 liters, and I love 6 liters, I don't mean that in a knock, they're typically not buying a camper that heavy that they can't tow it. Me personally, 13 to 14 on a 13 is really, I think, about your max on a 250. Can you tow more? Yeah, I know guys with 250s towing upwards of 15, like really using that all. But just, I do think you need to be careful at that point, especially if you're new to towing. Ford does have a website, and really each state is a little bit different. A lot of people don't realize this, but every state has slightly different rules on it. A lot of it is also, to truly get the answer, it actually depends on, one, what you registered your truck at, two, putting it on a scale and seeing if the truck actually like meets that whole setup. But we have these loose ideas that we can go with. I do also highly recommend airbags for anyone towing. Excuse me. Oh, guys, I also got new wheels and tires on the truck today. And no, I did not take them from the white truck. We are getting close to having the money I need saved up, so hopefully we can really start making some headway on that bad boy. According to my grandpa, when the frame starts bending, I want to just say I highly recommend not abiding by that advice. I'm no professional, but I'm pretty certain that could get you in some trouble. So yeah, we went with platinum wheels. They look so good. They look so good. So we have platinum wheels on the truck, and we are running Nitto Terra Grappler G2s. I love them. They're quiet. I've had them in the past. They perform well. I'm so happy with them. So I'm coming. I'm just making sure I'm not missing something here. Legal or illegal? We only talk about legal activities here, guys. Duffy, no need to. Duffy, I do want to say is, I can lead you in the right direction. You do need to double check your local laws, and I think what you're encountering is we have a super close community here, and people is just looking out for everybody. So please, like we have a great community here that'll take care of you, man. just understand they're also looking out for this community that we've created and the camaraderie we have. And they don't, that's all it is. They're just making sure I don't do something dumb to get myself in trouble. God forbid something were to happen. That's really it. So please don't worry, man. It's all good. That does bring me up to a point, though. It drives me nuts. So you buy a truck from a dealership, they can't tell you what it tows. You go to an RV place, they can't tell you if your truck can actually tow it. What do they default to? No, you can't do it. And it's just, it's asinine, it's dumb, and it's frustrating because you can't get clear, consistent answers anywhere. I will say this, get a quality tow tune. And use that while towing. It'll help slow you down. Make sure you got good brakes on so you don't have any issues there. And I think you'll love it. So let's see here. They're just suggested limits. I hate my local Chevy dealer. Who doesn't hate a local Chevy dealer, though? I mean, truthfully. What size tire? So I went with I just went with the factory 20 tire. So it's like 34.4 tall. I'm not sure how wide it is. With this man. I'm sorry, guys. With the 6.7, I want to go for a different look. My white truck is going to be the kind of out there truck, you know, the truck that you're like, oh, look at that, it's got cool whatever on it. But I want to go with more of like a classy look on the 6.7. I don't want to go for like in your face stuff's clearly done. I just want to hit that. Everyone's seen that truck that doesn't have a bunch of flashy parts, but you look and you're like, man, that's super sharp. So we are going to get like some suspension upgrades and stuff done. And we're going to go with, hey, Josh is calling me. I'm going to have to decline right now. Let me quick text him. So, yeah, so I just want to kind of have like a simpler look on the on this truck. I don't want to have something like over the top. I just want to have that look. You look and you're like, oh man, there's a lot of cool stuff there, but it's subtle. Josh should be on the live stream. He'll probably get on if he's not busy. He's been doing a lot of work around the house, and it is the week of Christmas, so everybody's kind of busy. Fine print will always get you, man. Tim, which reminds me, we do need to hook up so I can take a look at your truck soon. I'm sorry, it's been crazy. I apologize. Which reminds me, we're able to get a few donuts and on the truck. It was fun. Didn't get all the shots I want, but it is drastically better than the nonsense I put out last year. So I think you guys are going to like it. I am working on it. I just need to edit some the intro and outro, and we'll probably give a sneak peek at the new wheels. So, and I do want to do a platinum grill on the truck. I do want to start looking through junkyards. I'd love if I could find a platinum grill and a platinum bumper. So those are definitely two things. Like, man, would I love to find those two things. If I could find a platinum grill and platinum bumper for the truck, I'd be super thrilled. I also want to get some subtle accents powder coated on the truck. So we do have some plans for like some cosmetic stuff. I was looking at powder coat for intercooler piping kits for the black truck today. The parts that get powder coated are all going to run a continuous theme. So any suspension parts that get done are going to be this color. Any intercooler piping kit, gonna be that color. So I'm excited for it. It's a ways away because I got to tell you, really right now, I'm trying to really not spend a ton of money and just keep saving for the 6.0 to come back, which then we can get onto some bigger and better things here. Let me just scroll back through here. I want to double check and make sure. I was talking to Mr. Obvious yesterday. Really nice fella. I just remembered I need to shave. Duffy, you're welcome for the help. On a single wheel truck will be cargo capacity. Pin weight counts as cargo weight. Average pin weight is about 20. So this is probably the best piece that anybody brought up about the towing question here. And that is that, and this is kind of what I meant when I said about like getting the setup on a scale and actually weighing everything. Because your truck as a whole has a weight limit. Sure, you can get heavier duty rear suspension and maybe not prevent that sag, but at the end of the day, your truck is still only rated for so much. So you need to make sure that you're not exceeding that. I'm not saying, I do think there should be an additional way to rate this. Don't get me wrong, as far as increasing some of that, because there are ways to do it. You know, essentially the difference between a 250 and a 350 is literally suspension. It's nonsensical, which is a great word. So it's just sheer and utter nonsense. You throw a $400 set of airbags on your 250, and you essentially have the ability to hold the same as a 350 dually suspension, but you don't have the stability of the 350 dually. But I do think there's some areas, but again, we're getting into more complex things. At the end of the day, what your truck is rated for gross vehicle weight is very important, and you'll need to put the whole shebang on there to be able to figure that out. But It's a Mia it just gave the single best part about that. We talked a little bit platinum grill and bumper. So yeah, if I could find a platinum bumper and not spend an arm and a leg for it, that would be pretty awesome if it was already black and not completely destroyed. Which there's a few dealerships around here. I could go up and look and see what I could find. That would make me super happy because I really want a platinum grill. Or platinum grill and bumper. I just want to get that blackout look. It's expensive. Rear bumper, we're going to keep pretty much factory. And then I do plan to get a bunch of random stuff on the truck powder coated. Like I plan to pull my hitch out and get it powder coated, get a new sticker put on it because the one that's on there is coming off. We want to 4-link the front. That's going to get powder coated. I want to get new coil springs up front, powder coat them. And probably start getting like smaller suspension parts powder coated, sway bar, maybe sway bar end links, stuff like that, and just kind of go for more of that show truck feel, not so much like how much power are we making. The 6 liter is going to be the one that makes power. Dude, what's up, brother? How you doing? You are a little late, but you didn't miss it, so we're good. No worries there. Tim, hopefully early January we can meet up and do something here. And I do think it'd be a cool video to make, like actually, with the mindset of if I was going to buy this truck, what would I think, and kind of check stuff out. And I think we can make something happen there. I think it'd be a lot of fun too to do it. And I love meeting you guys. I know typically I do it on more when I'm doing an event or something. I don't get to do it a lot, but that is typically where I do it. Which reminds me, guys, who's excited for Ford Nationals next summer? I know I am. It'll be awesome getting to meet people and hang out. It's going to be a great time. Mike, man, this is a hard time to find stuff, so good luck. And why would a person buy a 6.0 over a 5.9? I don't get it. Because the 6.0, the 6.0 is a better engine. No, the 6.0 and the 5.9 are very different animals. And I think they perform differently. I think they each have their pros and cons. I just personally prefer, I really like the V8 diesels in this particular size. I think they're more comfortable from what I've seen inline sixes do. That being said, I know guys that just die hard inline six fans. So they're all good engines. They all have their pros and cons. I don't know that you can definitively say one's better than the other. You have a Cummins, you're probably gonna have transmission issues. It happens, unfortunately. Are there fixes? Yeah. It's still more prevalent and it's expensive to fix. You have a 6-liter, probably going to blow head gaskets at some point, and it's going to be a bad day. Your EPA exempt, it's only for off-road. Now that I'll add the disclaimer, Southwest USA. See, and this is one of my big issues with LOPEtune. Sorry, guys. I do think that it should come down to the end purchaser to not be doing silly stuff. I'm not giving whatever your belief on if the EPA can or can't do it, whatever. But I think local law but I think the tuner should be able to sell them, and they can't. But what about race use? What about guys racing with these things? I know a lot of guys that want to race with them. Why can't they have LOPEtunes? I just personally feel they should be able to. Same reason jelly beans are different flavors. I feel like I'm missing stuff here. Sorry, guys. Just trying to get caught up in the comment section. Guys, we're at 33 viewers and only 31 likes. Let's fix that. We're at 34 viewers and 31 likes. Come on, guys. Get me up to 35. Because I highly doubt all 33 of you in here have hit like. I bet there's 5 of you that didn't. So let's fix that. 36, even better. Sorry, guys. Just quick sending a text. Earlier this year, installed 6-leaf sleeve springs, which helped quite a bit last summer. Helbig sway bar, come on, try. Hoping the bar will help with body roll. I hear those big sway bars do. Show truck feel. Get your show trucks ready. Carlisle is in June, unless Corona 2.0 takes us out, which would be unfortunate, but I'm not planning on that happening, so we're good. We'll be there, Doom. Let's see here. Robert, how you doing, brother? Sitting in an idle Cummins feels like rolling down a mountain in a wheelbarrow. Just getting caught up in the comment section, guys, here. So, yeah, no, on the 6.7, I do, like, while I don't want it to be, like, a show truck necessarily, like, it's a daily driver. It's going to get driven daily. It's going to tow. So everything needs to perform the way I need it to. But at the same time, I just want it to have more of that show truck feel to it than the 6.0 does. The 6.0 kind of really is more of the goal is for the 6.0 to just be a monster. Sorry, I'll plug my phone in here. Turbo shaft and it ran. with 7K load for about 20 minutes. Ooh. Man, so first off, if you destroy your turbo like that again, don't run your truck. Ever. Seriously, with bad turbo, you can melt pistons and stuff, man. It's not so worst case, new motor. Best case, oil change and turbo. To which this sounds like a great time to talk about my turbo sponsor, Turbo Time USA. Love these guys. They are a huge support on the channel, guys. Really use affiliate code 6OBROS. We'll type that down here. And there's also an affiliate link in the description. That code gets you 5% off their turbos. I would say, depending on what you're doing, we also need to talk about why you destroyed a shaft, because typically shafts don't explode on these turbos unless you have sensor issues, is the most common cause of failure there. So, best Ficum tuner, most likely Power Hungry Performance would be my go-to. But I'm assuming you're a relatively stock truck. I would recommend their Stage 1 Turbo, man. And it's a 61 millimeter turbo, 10-blade turbine wheel. Going to perform great, going to spool fast, be a great turbo. But let's talk about why this happened. Most likely, and again, without being there to start looking at the truck and checking stuff and everything, because just replacing a turbo isn't going to fix this. Now, say the engine's good, and I hope it is, man, because these things are expensive and that would suck. So I hope your engine itself is in good shape. But turn around here, let's talk about turbo and why they fail like that. A lot of times, not always, a lot of times related to sensor. The exhaust back pressure sensor can go bad pretty frequently, and that would be my number one culprit to go check. Also, just replace the tube. It's not that expensive to just replace the tube that goes to your exhaust manifold to the sensor, and then you know for a fact you're good. Typically, they can either clog, which means the sensor won't get a reading because it's clogged, which will make it try to create more boost and overspool or more back pressure and overspool the turbo itself. And then is that a bad day? You're dealing with what you're dealing with right now. So honestly, if it blew and you pulled over, I think you'd be fine. 7 to 10 quarts low. It's a miracle it didn't shut off on you. I don't think your issue is necessarily going to be because of lack of oil. I think your potential issue could be more related to crap getting blown through the engine and stuff and still being ran. That would be my biggest concern. So hopefully that's all right there. But I would definitely look at so sensors that control your VGT system in these trucks. You have your mass airflow, your exhaust back pressure, and your mass air pressure sensor. Obviously, your VGT solenoid has something to do with it too. It could be that the unison ring got stuck inside your turbo, could have been worn out. But I'd hate for you to spend the money for a new turbo only to turn around and still have issues. And again, I do recommend Turbo Time USA. Again, the code's down there, 6OBROS, link in the description. I would recommend their 61 millimeter for you. It sounds like that would be the best thing to do. You have keypad on driver's door. I noticed in the last video when you gave us an update, you have keypad on the driver door, but it looked different than mine. Also noticed you backup sensors might need your help with wiring. So the early 04s had a different style keypad on the door, and then late 04 they went to the flat style that I think they use even into the 6-7 years, I'm pretty certain. If I could be of any help, Robert, I'm happy to try. Oh, dude, Connor, I'm sorry that happened, man. I know Man, I really do hope the truck's okay because, like I said, I mean, they're expensive to get fixed. I'd hate to see you have to do that, and I know sometimes certain circumstances don't allow for it, man. Uh, but Connor, like I said, if you need a new turbo, I think it's a great time to upgrade. And Tunes Blessed Performance provides tuning. Use the same code 6Obros for 10% off his tuning. He does really good work. There are other tuners out there, Power Hungry Performance. Excuse me, Power Hungry Performance. I'm drawing a blank. Gearhead, Warren Diesel. I'm very excited to try in the future. I'm hearing really good things about him. So, 12 Val Guru, thanks for coming, man. I hope you have a good night, brother. And guys, if you haven't hit the like button, we're at 39. We're almost at 40 likes. Let's get to the 40 likes mark. Why is everyone ignoring my question? I really need help. What is your exhaust at near wide open throttle? Mike, what's your question, dude? Sorry, I didn't mean to ignore it. Would someone please point me in the right direction? 05 or 07 and a half Cummins. My father-in-law is being quoted 5K from a dealer. I really need help from the community. Is anybody able to answer this question? The question is, we have a 2007.5 Cummins 6.7. It's Mike's father-in-law, and he's being quoted 5K from the dealer for injectors. Does that sound right to you guys? I'm not. I know injectors on common rail are more expensive. Also, I think so. Two things with common rails. I believe I definitely would call 3 local shops. I'd call 2 dealers and 2 performance shops and see what people say. And that way you kind of have your area on it. But does anyone know where I can find a pink steering wheel cover? Mom needs a new steering wheel cover. Sure, it's for your truck and you know it. Connor, no problem, man. Happy to help. I'm not mistaken, that's a dealer only part and they're expensive. So can you explain why my 76 Chevy truck won't start no matter how much beer I drink? It just won't start. Have you tried whiskey? I would try switching to whiskey. I think that could really be where you're at. How dare you reveal my secret? I know it had the head studs, and I didn't look for the EGR cooler. Ken, I forgot what you asked. Just found out about a few months ago when I had my injectors and glow plugs replaced. I have a tuner on it. Can it be bulletproof? So if you look on your, I think the passenger side is probably easiest. So you look at your passenger side valve cover. You can actually see the bolts. So the bottom of your valve cover kind of has these little semicircles around the studs or bolts that hold your head down. So if you have a bolt, this won't go through the valve cover. The valve cover goes around it. So if you have a bolt there, then you just have factory head bolts. If you have a stud, then you do have studs. Why won't it let me show your comment, Mike? Let me see if it lets me put this in here. Sorry, guys. I want to, Mike. So Robert said, I'm not sure why it's not letting me. It just keeps saying error, try again. So, Robert, can you type just your email? Or did you not want to do that? Dealer around 105 book an hour to 80 for non-dealer around here. It's off-road work truck. Is there no way to get an off-road pipe? Mike, hit me up on Instagram. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to keep up here. There we go. Robert stuff's up. Stanger, how you doing, brother? It's in 5 Texas. Takes high whiskey. Oh, look, there's my problem right there. You're welcome. Thank you, sir. Thanks, Mike or Robert. I appreciate it. Yeah, Mike. I can probably get you a link to what you want. If you hit me up on Instagram. So, Mongoose, anyone have a Dynotune 6.0, not a male tune? So here's one thing. Actually, Greg at Diesel and Automotive and I have actually talked a lot about this. A lot of guys won't Dynotune, and I don't know why. So yeah, guys just won't Dynotune, and I really have no idea why. You should make a podcast. I agree. I think I can make a funny podcast. I actually, two of my best friends want to make a podcast. It wouldn't necessarily be, actually, it'd probably be very little diesel related stuff, just current events and nonsense. I actually have like 4 different friends that have talked about making podcasts with me. I think it'd be fun because I'd love to have a podcast that talked about random stuff. Because I kind of talk about random stuff when I'm not doing these. So I think that'd be a lot of fun. But this is as close as I get to a podcast for now. What is your Instagram page? So my Instagram page has an H in it. And then there's no space. 6.0 H Bros. I have contemplated. Let me know what you guys think here. Should we change the Instagram page to like 6.0 Bros official, like, and type it out? Something like that. Kind of like what we do for a lot of the codes. Stanger, we're kind of all over the place here. The backup topic for when you guys don't have questions is tuning. We haven't talked a lot about it, but we have talked a little bit about it. A few minutes ago, I was watching Hitler in a police chase. That's random. That's really, really random. Parker, what's up, brother? Parker, thank you again for the support, man. I really appreciate that. When you get all of your money saved up, what's your plans and parts for the 6.0? Tim, so the only reason that the H is in there is that there's another 6.0 Bros. That's why I've kind of contemplated doing 6.0 bros. The other thing that started happening, which has been really frustrating, is there's these other channel. There's at least one other channel of 6.0 bros, which really upsets me. So I wish he would stop. That's kind of like, it's really kind of irritating, all the work I've put in. Stanger, just remember, if you get tunes from him, use our code 6.0 bros. Matt Story at Blessed Performance is a great guy to do work with, and I think you'd be very happy. I wish you could get the actual 6.0 bros from the other guys on Instagram. Yeah, I really wish I could. In fact, I've definitely given them a lot, and I mean a lot of followers. Granted, they don't really have a ton last time I checked, but so yeah, I have. I would type it out for sure. So the Instagram first. Yeah, I use Instagram, but I really use Instagram to promote this primarily. I'm terrible at it. Stanger, I'm glad to hear that, man. He's a good guy. And guys, I do want to say, like, when you support these companies that support the channel, like, it does really help. It's not just that they support us and everything, and I talk about it. So just remember that they turn around and they support us more than just supplying us parts. So they do it reinvest back in the channel. Just to say, I heard you were giving out Sinister Diesel stickers for Christmas. Oh yeah, Sinister Diesel and me, we're like this. They love me. Granted, I want to be very clear. I'm pretty certain I don't even register on Sinister Diesel's radar. Yeah, I know. It's always Doom. He's got to start some nonsense, doesn't he? You should offer them a shirt to give up the name. I should, yeah. I will send you my apparel if you guys stop. I would love to have specific dyno tuning done. I think that'd be pretty cool. Old crony. This is upset. Old crony, I thought we were friends. This is how you act. Stock 06 unstudded one to tune, but not one to hurt it. Never used for pulling. Kirk, honestly, I would hit up Matt's story. He's got really polished tunes. Use code 6.0 bros. It'll get you 10% off his tuning. There are other great tuners. So you have Truck Source Diesel, makes excellent stuff as well. You have Warren Diesel, makes excellent things. Who else is there? Gearhead. This is the order I would recommend for the record, too. Quick Tricks, not as big as on her for some of her reviews, but it really is. Josh Wisdom, if you have studs, then it is studded. This is why I come to lives. I hate my brother sometimes, guys. I don't even know. That was like 15 minutes ago. I thought we were friends too, but you told 26 other people about a big steering wheel. Let's see here. Why? If I change my music from Clint Black to... All right, I think I'm caught up on comments. So yeah, no. But yeah, obviously there's a lot of there has become a lot of other channels or Instagram pages using some form of the 6.0 bros or bros 6.0. So that's frustrating, and I am kind of trying to figure out a way of how I can address that so that people are coming to our channel strictly for us and not dealing with these other people out there. So we'll see what we do in the future. But Guys, we're almost at the 10,000 mark, so that's pretty exciting. Let's check the live subscriber count. So we're at 9,918 subscribers. Guys, we need 10,000 in December. We need it. We're almost there. I gotta tell you, we're looking like we're falling just a little behind in the subscriber department to hit it in December. I'd like to have a talk about my truck being a project truck for you. Yeah, Ken, hit me up, man. I try to talk to you guys as much as I can. Definitely hit me up. Happy to help with what I can. Stanger, someone hold my beer. Stanger, man, I think I want to say Molly makes the original ones. Felpro, I know Felpro was big a few years ago, but I don't hear their name as much anymore. Honestly, I would talk to I would call up like high-end performance shops and find out what they're using right now. I'd talk to Kill Devil Diesel, would be my first go-to and see. You should change your name to 6.0 Guy because your brother is never on anymore. Maybe just singular bro. 6.0 bro. Yeah, I wouldn't have to change a lot of the merch store or anything, just 6.0 bro. It has a ring to it. Josh is probably about to make a terribly rude comment, would be my guess. You the OG 6.0 bro? Josh did come up with the name. Josh, this is very true. Josh did come up with the name. Ethan Smith does massive burnout in V8 powered lawnmower. I think it'd be cool to have a riding mower with a small diesel engine in it. Some would say I'm obsessed. I'd say they're right. Slap Josh for me. That's a good way of looking at it. I thought we were the bros, as in the community. Yeah, we are. I'm off to bed 2 a.m. sounds awful. Ken, sounds good, man. Look forward to talking to you, brother. Sad day when the community can't even give advice when it's needed. I own a 6.0 family with how and where to get parts for 6.0s. When I need help for father-in-law 6.7, everyone stays quiet. Mike, I tried. Mike, did you see Robert's thing about emailing him? Robert, that's funny. You have a cat. Mike, seriously. Mike, you need to talk to Tyler. Isn't he the guy with Cummins stuff? He really knows. But Mike, hit me up on Instagram. Like right now, message me on Instagram. Where we can have a private conversation about some of what you're talking about, man. Because some of it is just some of it's just the current climate going on with stuff. See what pops up because it is a lot of stuff has gotten very hard to get your hands on lately. So Mike, email me then. Here's the channel's email. Send me an email, Mike. Seriously, I definitely want to help, and I just want to make sure I understand your question completely and private, where nothing else can come of it on here. So hit me up, man. I definitely want to help you, and if I can, I can always kind of look for some questions somewhere else to try to help out. What are your thoughts on running a 6.0 with studs, heads, and delete on a street tune versus tow tune? Mike, thank you. I appreciate it, man. What are your thoughts on running a 6.0 with studs, heads, and delete on a street tune versus tow tune? I would say whatever you prefer at that point, as long as you're yeah, I would say personal preference, man. Street tune be safe with head studs, and the tow tune would be safe to. I wouldn't tow with the street tune like no more than like maybe 4,000 pounds because it is harder on the truck. But tow tune, you're good to go. Mike, our EP, you legally have to tell. I sounded like a hooker. That's what I'm talking about. Now the community's come together, taking care of Mike, making sure everything is good, good to go, and that we're helping our buddy out here. There. So anyway, guys, let's quick talk about 10,000 subscribers and the giveaway. We need 82 more people to hit 10,000 subscribers. This has been 3.5 years. I'm back. Did someone say to slap me? Josh, yes. There's a subscriber that said that you should be slapped. Are you a healthcare provider? Asking because of the cup earlier. I'm a nurse. I'm an LPN. My entire family is actually in healthcare. My entire immediate family pretty much is in healthcare. So yes, I am a nurse. I'm a nurse. My mom's a nurse. My sister's a nurse. Josh is a nurse. So it's what we do. And then we have our silly YouTube channel that we do. Add Josh. I'll slap you for $10. Oh, Dubs, thanks, man. That's all. Thanks for all you do in the ER, man. You've definitely had it rough with a lot of uncertainty this year. So thank you for what you do, brother. That's funny though, because I didn't know these were like such a thing until like a week ago, and that like everybody has something like this lately. I like it though. I'm a fan of it. Mongoose, thank you, man. We all appreciate that. It's definitely been a rough year to work in healthcare. I try not to talk about it too much because, well, you guys come for other stuff. So, I shudder to think what that steering wheel cover is. 10,000 subscriber guys. Ken, thank you, man. At Josh E. People. Now that he said something, I'll jack the price up to 20. Completely normal. I don't know about completely normal over there. But what I wanted to say, guys, because we are, unfortunately, we are going to come to an earlier. Since we're on health, I have this rash. Mongoose, I'm off the healthcare clock, and my specialty is old people. That's what I do as a healthcare provider, so I don't know that I can help you. Well, not provider, as a nurse. Take it or leave it. Hopefully no discharge. Yeah, it's really the discharge you want to worry about. If anything's oozing, there's concerns. But anyway, guys, so 10,000 subscribers, we are going to be doing, of course, the limited edition t-shirt that'll be coming out. I need to finish designing that. I'm rolling on the floor laughing at that chat. What did I get myself into? Old cronies threatening to assault my brother. Mongoose is asking about a rash with potential discharge. I have concerns about where this conversation has gone. But anyway, so we will be doing the limited edition t-shirt. We will be doing those shirts are going to go to 3 winners. Someone's going to get, at least one person's going to get some tuning. Excuse me. Do you know how many times I've hurt myself or cut and I just put a giant glob of a paper towel and like a band and like a rubber band around it to hold it on so I can keep working? So, and of course, guys, I know some of you are going to be very excited about this. When we hit 10,000 subscribers, did Josh sell the truck and get a smart car? No, Josh is currently... Josh has been driving his truck a lot lately. It's running good. He loves it. Oh, if you guys could upload photos, that would be awful. I shudder to think what stuff you guys would upload on here. Let's see here. Let's get some affiliate links for the tuner monitor. So I personally don't like any tuner and monitor at all. Oh, Sinister Blue. No, we don't do Sinister Blue. Oh, Kirk, thanks, man. Let's see here. So thanks for the live. Thanks for the super chat. Your 06 came with an automatic rear window. Someone put a solid one in and can't find the slider for it. Man, so your 06 came with automatic rear window. Like, do you mean like the rear, like rear windshield is the word I'm looking for? Working a 3 in a row, starting tomorrow. Have to go. Dubs, thanks for subscribing, man. I hope you like the channel. And if you have any questions, man, let me know. Happy to help. So do you mean like the rear windshield thing, or do you mean just rear slider? Okay. So, man, I do like the look of the one piece, but I love a power rear slider. Do you have any idea how much I use it now that I have that in my black truck? So you can't find the slider anywhere. I mean, Mac, as soon as we're done with the super chat, I'll answer your question, and that'll probably be about the last question we get to during the live stream. I don't even know who Evil M is, but that's funny. Yeah, I gotta tell you, I would, Andrew, what year truck do you have? I'll get you a link to the most cost effective. Oh, you're Mongoose's wife. Hi, Mongoose's wife. Mongoose's wife, he has a rash that he needs you to look at. I would definitely do that so he stops asking me. She's probably like, God, this is who I chose to marry. Why? I love that you guys both get on here. I think that's awesome. I love when I find out that there's like people's I love when spouses watch this too. It's awesome. No. Mongoose's wife You married him. You deal with the rash. You must be at least 70 till you hit LPN Jared's realm over here. It's very upsetting how many 6.0 channels there are. So our Instagram has an H in it now. Kirk, I've looked everywhere, not in my year, maybe another year would come. So Kirk, you'll have to look this part up. What I can say is I know that the glass itself was the same size from 99 through 16. Now in 08, they went to a different style that didn't have like the seal on the outside. So that is one thing that you would have to consider in 08, like having that seal on the inside. I think it's better if I remember right. Sorry, right here is really driving me nuts. But I would imagine a lot. It is common for people to go to the 08 and up style, so you could go to a newer style glass. I'm just not sure if the motor and everything would work too. That would be what I would have to figure out from there. Is like, how do you set all that up though? The interior should be pretty similar. You should be able to rig it up. Man, Corny, got some miles on her. Throw him under the paintbrush. No, he's here. Okay, so tuner monitor. Here's my big thing. So I just like them separate. I think I don't like SCT's attempts at their monitor and tuning in one. So I'm gonna get you my an affiliate link to my preferred monitor. I do not recommend Edge for tuning the 6.0 at all. I do, however, recommend them for if you have a 6-liter. So I would recommend this with the Pyro. I just think you need the Pyro is super important, and I think you should get it. It is more money. Sorry. So this is the affiliate link to a monitor with the exhaust probe. Now in there'll be another one. You can also just, although I can stop being lazy and just bring you the link. What am I doing? Let's get you. So you can just go with. It's not bad if that does. Sorry. Squirrel moment. That's actually CTS digital gauge monitor. It's actually a pretty good price for it. It's like $20 cheaper than you typically find. So here it is without the exhaust probe stuff. So that's my preferred monitor. Let me see if SCT for the 6-liter is the go-to tuner. But they have been increasingly hard to get for the 6.0. In fact, right now I'm not even seeing them. So what I would recommend is get a hold of Blessed Performance and buy from him. If you want custom tunes, I'd recommend the X4, like Ethan's saying down there. Use code 6obros, and it will get you 10% off. I use an X4 for my 6.7. I use an X3, which is an older style that they don't sell anymore, for my 6.0. The X4 is definitely nicer. Andrew, also, do you have heated or anything like that? Josh has just what's it called? They have Amazon mirrors, and he said they're pretty nice. I run 1A auto mirrors, 2004 F250 tow mirrors. Josh said his are pretty nice. I get virtually no shake. He did say he gets a little bit of shake at highway speeds, but not terrible. So, smoked extendable toe. They now have power telescoping. Look at that. They've come a long way with these. Mine's power fold. So, get you a link here. It'd be something like this. The big thing when you're buying these kinds of things is to make sure that they have the same hookups you have. So if you have power mirror or like power side mirrors and heated, that the new mirrors you're getting have that too. If you don't have the heating but you have the powered adjustment, then make sure that the ones you're buying have that. Otherwise, you'll have to do some wiring to get everything to work. I think you have heated and power. So yeah, just make sure click on that link that'll take you to what you're looking at. Is that, I don't think that has everything. It kind of caught my eye because these guys look like they might manual. They do not have heated. So you do have to do some searching in there. I will say that. So Mike, as soon as I can, I'll get that. Agreed with on Trail Ridge. I think Trail Ridge is the brand that 1A Auto uses. I wonder if I can 2004 F2 tow mirror Trail Ridge. See if they pop up on here at all. They do. Oh yeah, this is definitely the brand because these are vastly more expensive. I do like them though. That reminds me, I gotta get mirror caps for my black truck so I can paint them up and make them, put them on there. So let's see here. Trail Ridge towing, side view mirror, heated, smoke signal, power folding, telescoping, driver side. Sorry. Let's see what the cheaper one is if you don't want all the power folding stuff. Oh, this is the 1A Auto one. Like, I didn't know 1A Auto sold on here. That's kind of cool. So, up here we go. Power heated. You have turn signal too. There it is. Found it. These are more expensive, but they're really nice. I love these tow mirrors. Sorry for how long it took me to find these. That is the affiliate link for what I recommend. That's the brand I run on my truck. Uh, next live stream. That was Josh sending that one, but that's funny. So, yeah, no, I really like 1A Auto stuff. I've run them for a long time. So the first pair I got, I had one issue. I called them up. They sent me a new one. I didn't even send the old pair back, and I was able to. I ended up selling them. They didn't even want them back. They were super cool about it, and I got my new ones, and I was super happy. With an amp and an engine that has high demand for voltage. Anyone have? So Robert, I on my truck. Well, actually, that's a lie. Even on Josh's truck too. Josh runs a factory alternator on his truck, and he has. I forget how he has. He's pushing some pretty decent wattage. He has different speakers in different head unit. He's got both trucks have sound systems in them. Um, and he doesn't seem to have any issues. I do run an upgraded alternator. I think it's a 185 amp alt on my white truck, and I want to say 800 watts subs, and then door speakers all throughout. I actually have a second amp in the other room and 4 speakers to go in the white truck. We're redoing all the door speakers at that time when we rewire it. So that is on the to-do list. But no, if you have a factory one, I think you're fine, man. As long as you're not pushing too much, I would check it. Like I'd turn it up, and I'd make sure you're not having any voltage drop under it. So that is something you might have to get an alternator in the end to make it all work. They're so expensive that Sinister Diesel must have something to do with the cost. I hate Sinister Diesel. Like Ethan, take your moderator status away. 6th row, you must be buying that pink steering wheel cover. Josh might buy a pink steering wheel cover. That could happen. I'm so far behind in the comments. Judging by how many times you're looking at your phone. Old Crooney, don't come after me. It's Josh. Josh is the one sending the awful comments. I'm not. Do you have an affiliate link for a 6 Obro shirt? So if you just go down, I have the merch by Amazon store, which is where this 6 Obro shirt came from. But the bulk of my stuff is over at Teespring, and that's all my store. Use code 6liter. Type that in here. 6liter will get you a discount on all the merch on Teespring. That's where we have our shirts like Delete, Tune, Stud, Repeat, which is what I'm calling the life cycle of a 6liter. We have our Making 6.0s Great Again on the back with the 6 Obros on the front. We have the SOB on the front with Making 6.0s Great Again on the back. All on Teespring. So Teespring has like a lot of our newer stuff, and we'll continue to have things I design and put up there. Whereas the merch store is really going to pretty much be the original logo that Josh and Erica designed is going to be there. So that's all of our stuff. So feel free if you see our merch anywhere else, feel free to report that. I have found one website trying to sell this shirt, which was super irritating, but my wife just asked if you have female clothes. Mongoose, tell her we do. Over on Teespring, we have a lot, not a ton, but we definitely have some female clothes over there as well. So tell her to go check them out over there. I do plan to add more female clothes over there as well. It just hasn't. I just haven't gotten to all of that yet. The guy that hasn't paid me to slap him. Oh gosh, now they're talking about pay-per-views. Ethan, you don't want the current speakers in that truck. I have destroyed them effectively. Yep, that's right, Nick. We do. Mongoose, we do have pink sweatshirts for your wife. The only reason there's pink on there is literally for females. BRB going shopping. Wait, make sure she uses the code. There's a discount code. 6 liter. I'm much better at this than you. Crippled old Carney has to drive a Dodge with his bad judgment if he thinks starting with me is a wise decision. Really? Oh, I can't. If I keep... Should I cam out my 6.0? I like to cam. It's fun. I'll say it's stupid expensive to do. Nick, I don't think they have any yet. Keep thinking about a comeback. Ugh. You should sell pink steering wheel covers that say 6.0 bros hold my beer. What price range would you be looking at to cam? So honestly, with a cam, so the problem with a cam is to do it, you have to drop the transmission or pull the engine, one or the other, because the cam comes out the rear of the truck, which is a giant pain to deal with. So that's why it's so expensive. The other thing is you have to try to think. Do you need to pull? I'm not sure. I think you need to pull the heads. So you need to pull I'm pretty certain you need to pull the heads so you can put the cam in. So it's very expensive. Do I love the cam? Yes, absolutely. It is really, really expensive to do. So bear that all in mind as you're doing it. I don't have a page, but I do have videos of it, of like the list. I'll do a new video soon going over the mods to the white truck. Excuse me. I do think the description's pretty up to date on what's there. I do kind of forget about that sometime. Guys, though, I do need to end this live stream. So thank you guys all for coming out. I really, really appreciate the support. I hope you guys have had a lot of fun. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to everybody else. So thank you guys again. 10,000 subscribers coming up. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Mongoose, I'm not able to help you with your rash. Thank your wife for purchasing from 6.0 Bros for me. Everybody, I hope you all have a great Christmas. I will see you guys next week. We'll be back doing the live stream. I'll talk to you all in a little bit. Have a good one.